finding pleasure in your body, that's what makes something sensual. That's it, it's your senses, it's your body as a sensual vehicle. And so it's about doing the dance movements and discovering for yourself what feels pleasurable, and then allowing yourself to communicate that whilst you dance. Then for anybody watching you, that will be a very sensual thing to watch. But sensuality is about connecting with your body and finding the pleasure within yourself. So it's about thinking, okay, how does this movement feel in my hips? How does this movement feel in my chest? How does it feel in my hands? What feels pleasurable? What doesn't feel pleasurable? And from that you can see where you would have some energy blockages if you're constantly not enjoying the chest movements. You can think about why is that happening? You can keep on practicing them to see if you can work through the blockage. So that's the reason why it's called goddess dance rather than belly dance, just to highlight that it's specifically using dance, I suppose, as a kind of personal development tool. We always begin the class with some kind of energy cleaning, in terms of using a movement, often a very fast movement, to just get things off. Any kind of physical exercise will just, you feel better afterwards because you've just cleaned yourself up a bit. So belly dance in the goddess dance class will start doing that, and then we'll focus. So at the moment we're doing sensuality, so the focus in terms of dance and body parts, for that is your chest and your hips. And the main focus is in terms of looking at sensual movements. And also the belly. It's belly dance. We always start by doing some belly circles. This is where women carry their emotions. Not just in the heart, women carry their emotions in the belly. So we just start just by, again, the movement can be very small, very subtle at the beginning, and just to focus on finding the connection with the movement. And then once you have the connection, then you can look at bringing the movement bigger and dancing more with it. But it's to ensure that as you start to dance, you do it from a position of being very connected to how you're feeling.
It can take a while I find for myself, it can take a while to be connected to the body.
Definitely.
Where is it?
Exactly, where is it? Okay, that is exactly the point. Where is it? Because as women, we have certain body parts that, to be honest, you might not realise that you have until something happens to your body that makes it go wrong, for example. And then it's like, oh, I have one. Or until you suddenly become pregnant, it's like, oh, I have a womb. You did have a womb beforehand, but probably no one had ever pointed out. You never thought about the fact that you have a womb. So yeah, it can take a while until we feel connected to the different body parts, and that happens a lot with the chest. That's one of the main ones, because we often don't move this part of our body, very much, and this is where we carry a lot of feelings. This is where we carry a lot of truth, about ourselves. And so as we start to move it, and it's about even just the position. When you're going to dance with your chest, you have to be very open, and we're often just not as we go around. So even just doing that can feel like quite a big movement for somebody who has been going like this throughout the whole day. And then just gently moving it around, just feeling. It's about feeling the possibilities of movement that your body has, and expanding those so that you can express more of what's inside. You can express even bigger as you have possibilities of movement come across.
So does it transform people? Does it affect them?
Really, really transforms people. The effect is often, people find the effect so much more than what they thought it was going to be. Especially around emotional blockages, and especially around emotional blockages that are related to being a woman, in terms of being defined by your body, by your a woman's physicality, a woman's fertility, a woman's sensuality, and it's about celebrating it. And that's why it can be very transforming, because often women are always being judged on what they look like, and they judge themselves, and they don't feel quite right, and they feel too big or they feel too small. And when you come here and you dance, it's about noticing how beautiful. First people notice how beautiful everyone else looks as they dance, because these are movements that are designed to make the female body look beautiful, and it's almost impossible for someone to do them and not to look beautiful. So first they notice how beautiful everyone else looks, and then they start to realise that actually they feel pretty good as they're doing it, and then they start to feel beautiful. And then we do some work in terms of performing just for each other, and that can be such an empowering experience. Kind of early childhood years, and wanting to get back into a connection, with their body, because for a while their body's kind of almost been given over, to their young children, and it's about taking a time, once a week to have that body for yourself. So things like women, for example, who've done a lot of breastfeeding, often the chest movements, and starting to use your chest again in a sensual way rather than in a functional way can be a big thing. Or the belly, doing lots of very fast hip shakes, and just that can bring up quite a lot of emotions for people.
Do people burst into tears and things like that?
Sometimes they do. Quite often people burst into laughter because it's a very joyous class, because it's there can be moments of sadness, especially so with the chest when things come up, or with the belly when things come up, but because it's in a very supportive environment, and because it's fun. We always have some fast dancing, we have some funky dancing as well, so it's always fun. It's not too serious. The kind of things that students have told me before is that one woman said that she felt she had like a fossil in her heart, and it took, after 3 years of doing the classes, she found it had gone away. And that's for her, and for quite a lot of people, that's about their relationship with men. For example, women who've had a negative emotional experience in a relationship and can feel very angry and can feel closed down and very defensive. This can be a stepping stone in being able to trust again, because you feel centered yourself, because you feel yourself, as a woman, that you're powerful, that you're beautiful. You can start to form a relationship with somebody again.
I've tried it, and I felt really connected to my belly when I did it, and my sensuality came out. Really, not beautiful as such, but really feminine.
Yeah.
So that helped me a lot. So I'm really thinking of going back again.
Yeah.
Do some more.
Yeah, definitely. I think as well it's because this kind of dance, all women can do it, and of all ages and of all body shapes, and everybody looks good. So there's no pressure to be young, or to be very thin, or to be of a particular kind. This kind of dance will connect women to their goddess energy, definitely. Just the movements, the experience of dancing in a circle, having a women's dance circle, and because it allows you to express yourself kind of in the way like when you're in the bath and no one's watching you, and you can dance, or you can English women like going out dancing. There's almost not enough opportunities in our culture for people to dance. Because if people go out, not everyone gets to go out to a nightclub. You might have kids or something, you can't. So you need to find somewhere to come and dance. If we dance, so you don't have to have one of these, but it's definitely something that just kind of lifts the occasion a bit. Do you want to try any?
Okay.
Down again, and we're going to move it out, as if we're drawing a circle outwards with our hips. That's it.
Fantastic. So is it very state producing? Do you do this at home for fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I bet, in the dark or
It's very childlike. Once you connect with it, it takes a while. Different people connect to it, but once you connect to it, then as soon as you hear the music, because you're dancing for yourself,